welcome, Teresa.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing this with us here today, welcome to anyone who might be watching this. We're Teresa Sarasa Nagore. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm Karen Schellhase. And you're a PhD student here at the Division of Environmental Communication at the Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences, or also known as SLU. And I'm a research assistant. And today we just wanted to get together to have a little coffee chat over some fika and dive into some topics that we care about, things that we're up to. So maybe I can just start by pouring you some coffee.
Yes, please.
Yes. So if we were in Spain, I assume you would not be having chokladbollar.
No.
What do you usually have there?
At this time, we'll be having lunch if we've even started. But as an afternoon snack, we're quite boring. We will just have a beer and some olives.
I love olives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're certainly glad that you're here, Teresa. So, cheers on that.
Cheers.
Maybe.
Oh, the milk is really nice.
Yeah,
I can smell it.
It's one of my favorite ones.
Mm-hmm.
So, you grew up in Spain.
Yes.
And that you always know that you wanted to become a researcher here, working with environmental communication, or?
No, not at all. I only discovered that I really liked doing research when I was doing my master thesis in the Netherlands, and not even in Spain. I knew I didn't want to be back in Spain.
Yeah.
I was a rebellious teen. But now I'm kind of like, oh, there's actually a lot of fun things going on there. But who knows where life will take you. And Sweden was really exciting. So for the nature and also the type of research that happens here. So I was really happy to move.
So you said that you studied in the Netherlands before you came here, right?
Yeah.
So what were you doing there? What was your bachelor's and master's in?
I took many loops and different jumps to get to where I am today. I started thinking that science was the only answer, and then I realized that social science had a lot to say about the climate crisis that science did not focus on. So I did my bachelor's in science and then my master's in forest and nature conservation, but focusing more on the social side. And now I'm on the social side of rural development and environmental communication.
So if we can backtrack a bit, how did this happen that you're here now as a PhD student?
Yes.
From studying forest in the Netherlands to coming here, how did this go about?
Yeah, so although I don't have a background in agriculture, I have a background in studying how humans and nature work with one another. My master thesis was on women and conservation, and now I'm working on women and agriculture in a way. So the leap was not so big as it might seem. And there's a lot of interlinkages because at the end of the day, it goes back to the core of how humans and nature relate and how this fake dichotomy of human and nature in the first place divides us from that connection. So
you saw this job opening here for your position and thought you'd just go for it.
Yeah. I thought I would learn about agriculture since I haven't done that before, but here we are.
And now you're here in Sweden with us.
Yeah.
And so how has settling in been for you? Once in the work environment here at the university, but also in general?
It's been going really well. I have been here before actually volunteering at a farm, at an organic farm in Sweden.
What? No, I want to know more about that. What kind of farm? And
it was an organic farm south from here, but it's not really south. And I grew a lot of tomatoes in a greenhouse and swam in a lot of lakes and walked in the forest and then fell in love with Sweden. Yeah. And so the moving here was really exciting for that reason as well, because I already knew I had a taste of the Swedish lifestyle already.
At least in the summer.
Yeah.
So how has all of this been for you with the winter and starting to work? And I don't know if you've been swimming in lakes so much so far, or...
No, not in winter. Okay. It's too hardcore to swim in the Swedish winter.
The ice bathing is next year.
That's maybe after a couple more years I'll be able to do it. But for now, I'm just trying to acclimatized to the winters. Although it's super beautiful to have snow, which I'm not that used to. But it's not as bad as people may think, I have to say.
What is it that you're actually doing with your PhD?
So the title of my PhD project, which I'm doing with the University of Cape Town and 2 postdocs that are working there, is about the properties and relations of maize. And my PhD is a case study of a rural community in South Africa, where there's been a lot of attempts to develop the rural area through the implementation of different improved maize varieties or genetically modified maize varieties. And maize is a staple crop in South Africa. It's one of the most important crops in the country, economically, but also for the livelihoods of local peoples. And so I'm studying how these changes in agriculture through the development of new varieties influences social life and societal change.
Why do you think this is an important thing for you to look at? Or why do you find it exciting?
I find it exciting because it brings together many of the challenges that we face today, mainly inequality, but also challenges of climate and food production, and technology as well.
It seems complex.
Yes, it is. But that's what makes it interesting as well.
How do you tackle such an important and exciting topic? Where do you start?
I think so. Since I'm working in South Africa, a very important step for me was to start with the history of the country and try to understand how that history of apartheid, of colonialization, informs the rural realities that people are living today. So how the agriculture is another way of looking at the racialized history of South Africa, and understanding that history is really important to understand also why it's such a unequal country in terms of gender, but also race.
Yeah.
And the class disparity is also very racialized.
Yeah.
So history was very important, and also starting with seeds, starting with the maize itself, and understanding the development of new varieties, as well as the history of maize in South Africa.
How are you reflecting around your role of that it's you doing the research in this specific context?
Yeah. The areas where I work, I clearly stick out because I'm one of the few white people that have ever visited in the past few decades. And so there's clear tensions due to race at present, and there's been a lot of extractivist research conducted in the past, like the history of sociology, anthropology is very much guilty of this, of going to a place, extracting knowledge, and then leaving. And so a argument that I like to use as an orientation for myself is to do research with the community, not just about the community, and sort of try to see what is important for these for the people that I'm researching and doing ethnography with. So not just come in with my preconceived ideas and try to assess from a paternalistic point of view what's better for them, but to hear them out about what they think their struggles are or their strong suits are, not just framing it in terms of problems, but also resilience. Yeah.
Do you know what you want to contribute with this research, or what you're hoping to impact with this? Maybe.
Yeah, so of course at the end of the day, a PhD, it might seem like a long research project because it's 4 years focusing deeply on a topic, but ultimately I'm very aware of the fact that I might only be a tiny grain of sand in a big problem world mountain.
I'm sure that a lot of people feel like this sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But my hopes is that through this empirical knowledge that I gather on the field on gender relations and new agricultural developments, we might be able to inform policies in the future, but also crop breeding practices to have more equitable and sustainable futures.
Well, I hope you succeed.
Thank you.
This has been great. Thank you so much. I hope that you also enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and see you next time when we're back for another coffee chat.